All right, off we go on this Wednesday morning. Thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon, live in the First Alert Weather Center. Here I am. This is where I work every day. This is where I go through all the weather data, sift through the information, trying to figure out what Mother Nature's going to do. She's going to be active tomorrow. There's going to be quite a bit of snow across northeast Wisconsin. Right now, there's not a lot of snow. Let's take you out to a live view. This is from our Appleton Skycam, and temperature right now is at 30 degrees. We've got a wind chill of 22. Winds are out of the northwest at 9 miles an hour. Despite the overcast skies, we are dry in the Fox Valley. To the northwest, though, some flakes are showing up on First Alert Viper Max. Western Shawano County and Menominee County and towards over towards Oconto Falls and north up into Marana County, a little bit of some light snow. These flurries are going to fly to the south and to the east, and somebody north and northeast of Green Bay today just might see a little dusting of snow, but that's pretty much about it. So a few flakes, mainly in the north today, otherwise clouds and perhaps some patchy sunshine. We had a little bit of sun this morning in central Wisconsin and a few peaks of sun around Manitowoc. And I can't rule out a few glimpses of sun from time to time today, but it's going to be mostly cloudy otherwise and generally quiet with the clouds and the northwest wind blowing in around 5 to 15 miles an hour. Temperatures will pretty much hold where they're at. We're at 31 degrees right now in Green Bay. That's also going to be your daytime high. We'll drop back into the 20s late today. All right, so now that you know what today's weather is like, we need to focus on the meat and potatoes in the forecast, and that's our next weather maker. We've got snow coming in tomorrow. Looks like 4 to 8 inches. The heaviest of the snow is going to be across eastern Wisconsin. That's why we've got a First Alert Weather Day in effect. So your severe weather outlook for tomorrow is moderate, and this is on the verge of going into the high category. In fact, it probably will go into the high category between now and tomorrow morning. So here's what's going on. We've got a winter storm watch up now for those blue shaded counties, courtesy of our friends over at the National Weather Service. This includes the Fox Cities, Fond du Lac, up the Lake Michigan shoreline, and across the bay into southern Oconto County and southern Marana County. So that's where we stand the best chance of getting 4 to 8 inches of snow stretched out from Thursday into Thursday night, with the snow wrapping up towards sunrise Friday. This storm system is an Alberta clipper. It is over towards the Pacific Northwest. It's producing rain and snow. That snow has been working its way into Alberta, into Montana, and that's going to be heading in our direction very soon. So now we go into the future. Here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Before low pressure gets here, the wind is going to blow in out of the east. This is for tomorrow. And this is important because this is the reason why we had to boost up our snowfall totals. The past couple days, we were looking at this storm and thinking, oh, it's probably a 2 to 5 incher. But now it looks like we're going to have some lake effect snow. So the wind comes off the open water there of Lake Michigan, and you need what we call unidirectional winds. You need the winds that are kind of coming in from the same direction, not just at the water's surface, but also a few thousand feet up into the atmosphere. And that helps to grab that moisture and wrap it around that area of low pressure and create these heavier bands of snow. And that's why those totals went from 2 to 4 inches to 4 to 8 inches. So, we're doing what meteorologists do. We go through the latest data. We make little tweaks to the forecast. We let you know before it happens. It's all part of the process. So 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's going to be cloudy, but the drive into work, the drive to bring the kids to school, it's probably going to be fine. But you can see the leading edge of the snow pushing towards Wausau 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. That makes its way into the Fox Cities and Green Bay around 10 a.m. So during the midday, into the afternoon, light, then moderate snow. There probably will be some bursts of heavier snow coming off the Lake Michigan shoreline. The most tricky travel is probably going to be towards the evening drive time home. By then, we're going to have snow on the ground. People will be going real slow with the headlights on. And I expect that moderate snow to continue for Thursday night as well. Now, here we are looking at 7 o'clock Friday morning. The snow is winding down along the lakeshore. We'll see clearing skies. The roads will probably still be slippery Friday morning. I think Friday morning's risk of severe weather is in the low category. So let's look at Pinpoint Predictor's snowfall forecast. This is up through 5 o'clock Thursday afternoon. This is when a lot of people are coming home from work. By then, we should have about 2 to 4 inches of snow on the ground, and then we'll pick up another 2 to 4 inches Thursday night. So when it's all said and done Friday morning, the lion's share of our snowfall totals will vary from about 4 to 8 inches. And here's the thing. Very often when you get lake effect, you tend to find some variety in those snowfall totals. Like, for example, some locations may not get hit by those bands of lake effect snow, and they may have lighter totals, 3 or 4 inches. But then just a few miles down the road, you get caught in one of those lake effect bands, and all of a sudden we're talking about 7 inches of snow, 8 inches of snow. So it wouldn't be shocking to me as this comes on through if we have a lot of variable snowfall totals over a relatively short span of distance. So, just know that there's different outcomes, and it really all depends on where these bands set up as this circulation of low pressure helps to enhance that lake effect. All right, so there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Today, partly sunny to overcast skies, a few flakes, especially in the north, a high of 31, steady temperatures. A high of 30 tomorrow, snow developing mid-morning, lasting through the afternoon and evening, 4 to 8 inches for most. It's probably going to be a wet snow. Since temperatures are close to the freezing mark, at least in the Fox Valley and towards the lakeshore, it'll probably be wet packing snow. Might be a little bit of a drier snowfall across the north woods. I think temperatures will be in the lower 20s there. So just a heads up. And then the snow wraps up Friday morning. Skies will be clearing out. It's going to be a wind chilly day, a high of 27. Saturday, 21, early morning wind chills at or just below 0. And then we warm up as we go into next week. 28 on Sunday, a high of the freezing mark, 32 on Monday. And I don't think that's even going to happen until after the Packers-Saints game, maybe approaching midnight. And it looks like another weather maker's coming through that could give us a few inches of snow. So it might be snowy and slippery as people are heading to Lambeau Field for the Packers-Saints game. Now the kickoff that evening is at 7:15. Temperatures in the upper 20s, wind chill around 20, brisk south wind. Now the Lambeau Field grass is heated from underneath. I think they've got these coils that heat up the grass. And so, the snow is going to be kind of melting at least partially as it hits the field. I wonder if we get snow during the day, I wonder if the Packers are going to want to hire people to shovel. That would not be surprising. Tammy Elliott astutely mentioned that during our live stream at 7:05 this morning. That wouldn't surprise me. I would be surprised if the Packers say, hey, we need some folks to clear off the seats over at Lambeau Field, especially if we get a handful of inches of snow from that weather maker. And then I think, with mild air coming up from the south, temperatures, even after sunset, will be slowly heading up and perhaps hitting the freezing mark before Monday comes to an end. And then Tuesday's Christmas Eve. Holy moly. It's going to be mild. We'll be in the mid-30s. It's going to be cloudy. And as that mild air comes over top of that snowpack, temperatures will hold steady. And that mild air will probably help create some fog. I wouldn't be surprised if going into Tuesday and even into Wednesday, which is Christmas Day, we have some areas of fog that could be thick or dense, and that might pose a bit of a travel issue. So I know that's a good 7 days out, but that's something that probably bears a little bit of watching as we get a little bit closer. All right, so we want to keep you and your family informed, especially with a potential winter storm heading our way. If you're able to, depending on how you're watching this, use your camera phone or you can use a tablet to scan the QR code on the left side of your screen. That allows you to download our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. And it looks like in general you're going to find snowy conditions and rapidly deteriorating road conditions as we go through the afternoon and evening. And you know what? It looks like in general it's just going to be a very slow drive home tomorrow. And this app that we've got here can help give you some information to help you and your family plan ahead. All right, so that's what we got for our First Alert live stream. Thanks for watching. We will have more information on the storm system coming up, Action 2 News mid-morning on the TV side with Aisha Morales and myself. And we hope you catch our live streams or our newscast tomorrow morning. We'll be officially going into a First Alert weather day. And we'll give you the very latest of what's going on with this storm system. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and we'll catch you tomorrow.